On this edition of My Drive, we cover EndoroCross coming up this weekend. The biggest crosstown rivalry of the year between the Bears and the Badgers. You got to go Friday night. And what else? You'll have to listen up on this edition of My Drive.
Cool.
You done breaking things? It's My Drive.
Oh, I'm done.
Fantastic. She broke the sound in here, so we had to start all over. Welcome. It's another week, another My Drive, top events and stories from signalsaz.com.
Fall is coming, man.
Fall is coming, but it's going to be hot this week, it looks like.
One more week, I think.
One more week. It has to have that last kind of thing.
It's just like during the winter when we think winter's over and then one more snow.
One more. Major events. The Signature Series discussion continues, brought to you by Fane Signature Group at the Hacienda in Prescott, November 1st, 3:30 to 5:30. They'll be celebrating the myriad of special events that bring significant economic impact to our region. Again, brought to you by Fane Signature Group, or as we like to say, FSG. To register, and these speaking engagements are great.
Yeah.
As you learn a lot about the economy, finance, the region. Go to communitysignatureseries.com and register for the November 1st speaking engagement, free to all businesses.
Well, and I love this because I don't think, I never think about all of the people that are coming into our town, Christmas City or the rodeo, and how many tourist dollars are coming in. And so it'll be great to hear how the events are impacting our community.
Yes. And if you haven't already seen it or experienced it, the night work on Glassford Hill started on October 17th and 18th at the intersection of State Route 69 and Glassford Hill Road. They're working hard to get her done.
Get her done. Yeah.
Go to Alliance, go to Maverick. They could use a little extra love during this road improvement time, but the road crews are doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, they're pretty quick.
Fast.
And people, I started noticing, because which type of guy are you? Because I know where you learned how to drive.
The guy.
Right. You're the guy. So when a lane is ending and you're going to merge and it's becoming one lane, are you the guy that races to the front and then tries to get his way in? Or are you the guy that kind of helps block traffic so that nobody else can get in? And then you make your way in? Yeah.
It depends on my mood, I think.
I know. Same.
If I have to pee really bad, I'm
busting to the front.
In the fast lane.
Yeah. Because I'm that person sometimes, and then I get so mad when people do it to me. And what kind of guy are you, Wilson?
I did it this morning by accident. I didn't realize it was merging, and I got ahead of a guy. But I go from Prescott Valley to downtown Prescott for my commute, so I have to do that by In-N-Out and by the mall. I have to do that every single day, and it makes me seething when I'm on my way home.
So he's an
I hate
angry driver.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it just that
doesn't look like one. It's always the guys that look like they're real chill. They wear Hawaiian shirts to work.
Yeah. I'm an aggressive driver, and I have to be careful because my car's pretty recognizable. But I noticed the difference between I learned how to drive in California. My daughters learned how to drive in Payson, and they drive very differently because in California it's kill or be killed, right? You have to you got to merge, you got to know how to get in and out, but
zipper merges separate the boys from the men. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Zipper.
You said that well, because I thought you were going to say something else. So, segueing to fall after this heat wave that we got today and maybe tomorrow, I don't know, or the next day. Not quite sure what the extended forecast is going to be.
Next week.
Where to see fall colors, if you want to. Google that on signalsaz.com. We got a great list.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of cool for camping and hiking.
You've been doing a lot of camping. You need to get out more.
I have been.
Yeah.
I have been, but at least once a month.
That's
Speaking of outdoors and campy-ish type of topics, this one's actually pretty big. The grand opening of the Granite Creek corridor, which happened this week on October 17th. City of Prescott celebrated the grand opening of the Granite Creek corridor trail improvements with ribbon cutting this past Tuesday. 1 mile stretch along Granite Creek will provide scenic, safe, and accessible trails for citizens and visitors. Have you seen that yet?
I haven't. Are you going to take your electric bike up there? Can you do that?
I may. Just to
That'd be awesome.
Everybody. Beep, beep.
EndoroCross is coming this Saturday.
Speaking of bikes.
I should have done a better segue there. Speaking of bikes.
You missed it.
Yeah, it's right there for me.
So share it with us, please.
So this Saturday, October 21st, doors open at 5:30. Event starts at 7. It's at Finley Toyota Center in Prescott Valley. There's Tickets are still available.
It's very cool.
This is round 2 of the 6-round series. So we've gone before. Have you ever done this before at Findlay?
Yeah, I'm still suffering from carbon monoxide poisoning.
Same. But it's a great event.
Those 2-stroke oil burning engines
That's
are
a lot.
really fun.
The older you get, it's just too much for me.
It's too much.
Yeah. Big game.
You save on having to drink beer because your breathing something makes you lightheaded.
You thought the big game was Bengals versus Cardinals, but really
There
it
we go.
is the Bradshaw Mountain Bears are going
Hometown
up against
rivals.
Prescott Badgers this Friday, October 20th, 7:00. It's at Prescott High School.
Who are you pulling for?
I'm a Bears girl and I like Prescott too. I love Prescott, but my daughters, went to Bradshaw, so I coach cheer at Bradshaw. So my heart's there, but
Who's favored?
Well,
looks like the Badgers are 3-4 and the Bears are 5-2. So it looks like the Bears are favored.
they've got a great team. So I'm excited to see this game. This is one that I would definitely go to.
I might have to go to this. I haven't been to a Friday night game in a long time.
It's going to be warm still because I get cold. I'm a
It's
wimp.
at the Prescott High School.
Yeah.
Probably
How's the
nice. They have
parking
a
over
little
there?
hot cocoa out there.
I feel like that parking, that's what always detours me from Prescott High School. But so both teams are going to come into this game with a win after a loss the week before. The Bears beat Mingus 34-7. They dominate when they win. They crush them. And the Badgers down Flagstaff 53-20. Bradshaw's 3rd in the division behind Lee Williams and Coconino, and Badgers are 4th in the division. So this will be a good test for who's making it into the playoffs.
So Friday night, 7 p.m., Friday Night Lights at Prescott High School at 1050 North Roost Street. Be there.
I'm excited.
Cheer
I
on
wanna
your
go do
favorite
this.
mammal.
I think I'll do it. I'm going to what?
I'll check on, Caesar's Sportbook, see what they have for the
I was
odds.
going to check the odds.
Yeah.
I started doing DraftKings. I
So
started playing
jumping from Prescott in football Friday Night Lights to Friday, October 20th at 6 p.m. at Memory Park in Chino Valley. And their events are getting bigger and bigger. Their last one had 1,500 people at it.
No way.
Free spooky movie in the park featuring Hotel Transylvania. For more information, visit chinoaz.net or go to signalsaz.com and check out our events. Speaking of movies, we always talk about what we've streamed at home or went to, and we review them. What have you seen recently?
Well, I've continued my trend with awesome shows. So I watched Role Models and Anchorman. Have you ever seen Anchorman?
I've seen Anchorman.
It's kind of dumb. I hear it's epic. Everybody loves it. It's not as good as Fast and Furious. It was a little unbelievable.
Hang on. Did you say this was your first time seeing it?
First time seeing it.
In 2023?
In 2023. When
Maybe
did that
it
movie?
doesn't hold up fully. Maybe it's not hilarious 20 years later.
Was it that long ago? So I kind of miss it because everybody was talking about how great it was, and we were at an Airbnb and they had Netflix. So I was like, oh, what's on? Role Models though, and continues to just be epic. I just love it. It's so fun.
I don't think I've seen it.
It has LARPing, dude. You got to see it. It is
It's got LARPing. If it's got LARPing or space cars, I'm probably not watching.
You got to see it. It's the funniest movie.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think.
Paul Rudd and Stifler together are the funniest duo. They're amazing.
It's great. Yep.
So we just started watching at home Lessons in Chemistry with Brie Larson. It takes place in the 50s and 60s of a woman dreaming to be a scientist, chemist, actually. Challenged by society that says women belong only in the domestic sphere. She accepts a job on a TV cooking show and sets out to teach a nation of overlooked housewives.
Is this Betty Crocker?
Way more than recipes.
Is it Betty Crocker?
Probably something like that. She ends up being a very successful TV show cook. She starts off as a chemist, though. She's got her master's in chemistry. It's actually pretty good.
One of my favorite comedians, she was talking about how much women's lib has kind of messed things up for her because she goes, do you know what our job was before women's lib? We had no jobs. And now we all have to go to work. So I thought that was funny.
Well,
so now
what's funnier now is women's lib is replaced by men's lib.
Maternity leave and stuff. Yeah.
I don't hear any ladies talking. Well, I do and I don't. You have dudes competing in female swimming and track. And doesn't that annoy the hell out of you?
Well, they're not allowing that so much anymore. But yeah, it's
happening.
I thought they kiboshed it, right? They were. What about maternity leave for men?
What about it?
They're giving it. Do they you get 6 weeks off or something when you have a baby?
See, I had a baby. I didn't take maternity leave.
Yeah.
I just kept working.
One of my kids, I had her at like 3 a.m. I was like, I'm like, we couldn't afford it. You're going to take 6 weeks off. Right? We'll die. So yeah.
Somebody's going to go to work. And somebody's going to take care of the baby. Teamwork.
Heritage Park Zoo, Saturday, 9 to 10:30. Bring your best camera and get some amazing behind the scenes photos of the sanctuary. That sounds fun.
I didn't see that.
You missed it. It's right below Spooky Movies at the park.
Oh, I did. That's this Saturday or next Saturday?
This Saturday.
This Saturday. God, October is going to be over with before we know it.
Well, you know what's messed me up is we did Fall Festival 2 weeks ago. So I think Halloween's already come and gone, yet it still shocks me that it's almost November. So I'm very confused already. Your boy TD.
TD Dunham, our prodigal sports son on Talking Central Arizona Sports on cast11.com, your Prescott Podcast Network. He's our man. You know what's funny is I listen to like the Wall Street podcast every morning driving in, and I forget that I'm following Talking Central Arizona Sports. Oh. And so after Wall Street is Torrance Dunham's voice. It's just so it's just so funny, and he's so awesome. He does such a good job at sports. You can tell he loves it. And this latest episode, he covers the recap wins for the Prescott High School and Bradshaw Mountain football teams last week, and while the struggles continue for the Chino Valley football team, I didn't know they were struggling.
They're struggling.
It's probably because they have one less cougar in cougar country. We won't talk about that. What else? AC State Parks and Trails in our region. Brad Fain of Fain Citrus Group on guy. Living a Good Life podcast met with Neil Large, digital marketing coordinator of the Arizona State Parks and Trails. Joins to discuss state parks and trails in Prescott Valley and the benefit of outdoor activities in our region. It's very cool.
Your ideally of the week. So I was it's the $100 off your American Auto Glass.
I need another
windshield.
One of those.
I was going to ask you about that. My daughter's car got hit with a golf ball the other day.
That happened to us. The window or the metal?
I was wishing it was the window because we have glass coverage, but I'm not paying a giant deductible for her to get her.
They'll pay for it. That happened to me over at the Prescott Golf Course Range at Antelope, and they paid for it.
Crazy.
And I asked them, why, because I asked, well, I'll have my insurance company call your insurance company. No big deal. No harm, no foul. He goes, what I asked him was, how come we don't net it? Mm-hmm. There's no net around it. And they go, it's cheaper just to pay the damages than it is to net it. It was like $3 million like 10 years ago.
Oh, wow.
For netting. I'm like, okay. So you'll just dent my car and no net.
No net for you. But you
just don't park at certain spots if you're going to Antelope to go have lunch, because there's that one parking spot like behind the green. If guys overshoot it, you're getting hit.
Yeah, this was miniature golf.
Oh, well, you also watch Space Cars, so.
Her car got hit with a miniature golf ball.
Wait a minute. So your car got dented by a miniature golf ball. Mm-hmm.
It was an aggressive child.
An aggressive putter?
I'm assuming, yes. And she's like, I saw the swing and then I hit.
That's a first.
Yeah.
Is that a first?
Probably.
That could be a first.
I was like, where were you? I was driving by miniature golf and got smacked. Driving by, not parked. I thought she was parked by it. Driving by.
Was it a small dent?
It's a regular golf ball.
Miniature golf.
Purple ball. She went and found the ball and was like.
You sure she's not full of it? Because that sounds pretty unlikely, if I'm being honest.
I would think
but we've all hit a ball hard at miniature golf because there's like, you got to go up or through the windmill.
Hard enough to dent a driving by car. Do you think she's lying?
7-year-old is practicing his drive.
Well, she was at dinner or something. Maybe, who knows? She says she's 22,
So the town's having a really cool event coming up. It's like the Winter Festival or something like that.
Winter Spectacular.
Winter Spectacular, yeah. Casey Van Haren and her wily crew of event professionals is putting something on. I think that's
December 2nd. December 2nd.
December 2nd.
I will tell you, they did a great job with Fall Festival. Is that what it's called? Yes. Fall Festival, great time. It was warm, a little too warm, but still better than freezing to death.
So December 2nd, we already got our first festival on the calendar.
We're taking pictures over there.
Yeah.
We're doing pictures with Santa.
Yeah, Talking Glass Media. Anything else?
Anything from you? Anything from you,
Research
Wilson?
guy, watching any movies?
Last year, they did the parade right in the middle of it. So if you don't leave by a certain time, all of a sudden you are literally locked in there by a parade going around.
Noted.
So it was cool. Lots of fog last year, so it made the light parade look really sweet.
That'll be cool. I'm just trying to decide if I want to do the daytime parade or the nighttime parade, because I think we should do it.
Daytime. I'm all over it.
I like daytime is good, but you have to like the parking and getting there. But maybe I'll do that. But the nighttime is easy because you go to Prescott Valley and you just park and you're done.
All right. When's the Valley of Lights in Prescott Valley?
That starts the Friday after Thanksgiving, girl.
The week after Thanksgiving?
The day after.
It's a Friday. Okay. The Friday after Thanksgiving, Prescott Valley of Lights. That happens every year. It's been going on. Marnie and the Chamber do a great job at that.
That's it, dude.
Events coming up for the holidays. I can't believe we're in it already.
It just feels too warm for it to be. I think that's what's messing with me. It's just warm. Which is great because I'll be complaining about the cold.
The weather seemed like it just audibled because it was supposed to be all nice and cool this week. And then a few days ago, it just changed back to 85. Totally sucks.
And I don't know why I want it to get cold, but I do. I don't know.
Because it's the middle of October.
And then I'll complain.
I think it's okay to want it to be.
So how do we wrap this up, E?
My gosh. Beware of golf balls and roundabouts. Watch out for them.
See ya.
See ya.